Hey guys, welcome back to week 11 Power Rankings. I can't believe it's week 11. Yep, we're in week 11 and there was a lot of changes in the Power Rankings. So let's hop right into this video. So at 32, we got officially the worst team in football, the Tennessee Titans. The Titans, they had a bye week, but this team's the only one-win team. This team is absolutely terrible. So yeah, I'm gonna have the Titans at 32. I think they'll back at 32 too. Now we got number 31, the Cleveland Browns. They dropped a lot of spots due to them being losing to the Jets. I don't know how you lose to the Jets, but they lost to the Jets. So yeah, that's gonna definitely crash your school, and now they're going to be at 31. And number 30, we got the New York Giants. They got rid of Brian Daboll, so maybe that might solve a problem with New York. Also at the same time, we also have them losing to Chicago. Overall, this is kind of like a shit show in New York. The injuries is just stacking up. They probably won't have Jacksonville this week. So yeah. The Giants, they might be cooked. So, yeah, they're going to be at number 30. At 29, we got the Raiders. This team is horrible. They lost to the Broncos 10-7. Oh, this team is not good at all. So, yeah, the Raiders are going to be at number 29. And then at number 28, we got the New Orleans Saints. The Saints, they got a win. They got a good win versus the Panthers, so that is pretty good. Tyler Shook, he might look good. So yeah, the Saints, they're going to move up to 28. This might be the highest they might be this year. No, they've probably been a little bit higher. Let's see if they continue the win streak, though. Now we got 27, the Jets. The Jets, they won back-to-back games. This team might be good, I don't know. But probably not. But yeah, they're going to be at 27. Justin Fields looks terrible still, but Brees Hall had himself a good game. The special teams had themselves good games. Overall, it's a pretty good performance from each team. So yeah, I'm gonna give it. The Jets are gonna go at 27, and then at number 26, we got the Commanders. The Commanders. This team is beyond fucked. They lost to the Lions. This team is terrible. Injuries destroying this season. So yeah, I'm putting the Commanders at 26. At 25, we got the Atlanta Falcons. Now, I'll give them one benefit. They did put up a good fight versus the Colts. So that's a good sign. But other than that, yeah, that's not good. Not a good performance from. Well, not pretty good performance, but not the greatest performance. Hopefully, they do come back. Though I think they have the Saints this week, maybe the week after. So yeah, hopefully they win. If they lose though, they're gonna drop a lot. And then at number 24, we got the Cincinnati Bengals. They had a bye week, so they're safe. They're just gonna relax at 24. Not going to move anything. 23, we got the Cardinals. The Cardinals, they got destroyed by the Seattle Seahawks. I don't know how the fuck you guys get blown out by the Seahawks, but you guys get blown out by the Seahawks. Yeah. So this team, of course, they're going to beat Dallas, but they're going to get destroyed by any other team. Because the Cardinals own Dallas, and I should have picked the Cardinals to beat Dallas, but I was too high on Dallas, yeah. 22, we got the Dolphins. Yeah, maybe I'm a little high on the Dolphins. Maybe. But was that a good win? Yes. The Dolphins had an excellent win versus the Buffalo Bills. I was thinking about putting them over the Bills, but I was like, nah. But if they win the Commanders this week, ooh, they're moving up way more. I feel like the Dolphins, they can make a playoff one. I'm betting you. Or we're going to tank for the first overall pick. Honestly, I don't think it's a good idea to tank. Look at all these teams that are, absolutely dog shit. Not worth to tank. So, Dolphins, make your playoff one. Let's go. At 21, we got the Minnesota Vikings. J.J. McCarthy's back being J.J. McCarthy after having his, naming his alter ego 9, which is cringy as fuck. So yeah, Mr. Number 9 threw 2 on punts and had a garbage time touchdown. And Justin Jefferson doesn't look good because of JJ. So yeah, the Vikings, they might be cooked, but who knows though? JJ might just be a fluky game. The Ravens might be that good. But yeah. Hopefully the Vikings step back. But yeah, they're gonna be at 21 for now. 20 got the Cowboys. They had a bye week, so they're just gonna sit at 20. So yeah. Then at number 19, we got the Buffalo Bills. How the fuck do you guys like get blown out by the Miami Dolphins? I thought you guys own us. Like I thought like you guys always beat us. So what happened? Funny thing is too, how you get blown out by us? Yeah, you guys suck. Buffalo definitely on 19. I should put. If they lose to the Buccaneers, I'm gonna laugh, and they're probably gonna drop a lot more. I cannot wait to see Buffalo in the like in like 25 and shit like that. That's gonna be fun. On number 18, we got the Carolina Panthers. Honestly, I could have dropped them a little bit more, but I'm being a little nice. I'm gonna say that was a fluky loss. They're still 5-5. They're still a good team, but they had a fluky loss versus the Saints. Yeah. Panthers, though, they look a little too high, but I'm gonna be nice to them. I like the Panthers. They've been doing pretty good this year. Hopefully they do step back, but yeah, for now, I'm going to put them at 18. At 17, got the Houston Texans. They had this big comeback versus the Jaguars. I think C.J. Stroud's going to be back this week, and they face on the Titans, so I feel like the Texans are setting up for to be 5-5. Shit. This Texans team might be good. Who knows? But it's been a roller coaster for every year for the Texans. At 16, we got the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, they're still good. They're still a good team, but I still don't believe the Ravens that much. But they're 4-5. They're slowly climbing back up on the power rankings. Was there like at like once at like 30 or something? Now they bounced all the way to 16 in like 3 weeks. So that's pretty good. But for now, I'm going to keep the Ravens at 16. If they do have an impressive win, I will move them up a lot into the top 10. Then at number 15, we got the Jaguars. Now, I was debating whether to have the Ravens over the Jaguars, but nah. Jaguars are 5-5 or 6-5. No, 5-5. This team is kind of fraudulent. Trevor Lawrence is bad. They should get a new quarterback. Yeah, and Travis Hunter's also out for the rest of the season. Yikes. So yeah, Jaguars are a little fucked, but hopefully they do step back after the embarrassing choke to the Texans. Oh, this team, they might miss the playoffs. That's not good. Then at number 14, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers. They lost to the Chargers, and yeah, it looks like another 10-7, 9-8 season for the Steelers. Obviously we knew that, but the Steelers' offense is now terrible, and their defense is terrible. So this team is on and off. Mike Tomlin's the main reason why the Steelers suck, and also the Steelers actually need to rebuild and get a quarterback, not rely on those like old veterans like Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers. Like, I cannot wait to see next year who the Steelers going to pick up. They might get Kirk Cousins. Who knows? Kirk Cousins is shitty though, but Russell Wilson was shitty on the Broncos, and he was pretty good with the Steelers, and he became kind of shit again. Rodgers was also shit on the Jets, and then he became pretty good on the Steelers. So any quarterback's pretty good on the Steelers. But yeah, I'm gonna have the Steelers at 14. Terrible loss to the Chargers. 13 got the Chiefs. They chill. They stay at 13 unless they move down. I have them probably moving down. It makes sense. This Chiefs team kind of there's a lot of other teams that had better weeks. Actually, wait, no. Packers. I just realized that, yeah, it would be the Packers and the Chiefs. Because I forgot the Packers had a terrible, terrible game versus the Eagles. What the hell was that? Yeah, I want to say the Packers had an absolutely shitty game versus the Eagles. They get bounced out of the top 10. They get bounced. Like, I feel like this Packers team is definitely fraudulent. I don't know what's happening with the Packers, but yeah. Packers definitely at 13. And number 11, we got the Chicago Bears. I can't believe I'm saying that the Bears are way better than the Chiefs, the Packers, the Ravens. I cannot believe that. I would never knew that was going to happen. But they're 6-3. They're a very good team. They had a comeback versus the Giants. So They had themselves a good game. Overall, yeah, Chicago, they're a good team. They're going to continue contending. Hopefully they don't. They do have a gauntlet of a schedule coming up, so hopefully they don't drop a bunch of games. But this team is looking for real right now. At number 10, we got the 49ers. They get their ass absolutely smacked. I feel like the 49. I don't know why I have the 49ers still in the top 10, but I still do. Because they can still get a win any moment. But for now, we have them at 10. But they had a not so good game versus the Rams. I feel like also at the same time, the 49ers might be like done with those injuries. I think the injuries are going to catch up. And yeah, but overall, the only way you can beat the 49ers if you stop McCaffrey, they're going to lose. Unless you have like a high-power offense. You're definitely going to lose. And at number 9, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. How the fuck do you guys lose to the Patriots out of any team? Side note, the Patriots are very high on this list. I know. I'll explain. I know. Okay, let's not talk about the Patriots. But how the fuck do you guys lose to the Patriots? Not impressive, but you guys do have a lot of injuries. But you do get an easy game versus Buffalo. So you guys will definitely be back on the top row. Well, the last row. So yeah. At number 8, we got the Detroit Lions. The Lions, they had themselves a very good game versus the fucking Commandos. 44 points scored. This team is back, but they do face on the Eagles. Let's see if they continue that win streak or they fall down again. Let's see. And then at number 7, we got the Chargers. The Chargers, they had a good game versus the Steelers. They're 7-3. They're second in the division because of the Broncos. I can't believe that. Yeah. So the Chargers are gonna be at 7. Then they are looking better each week. At number 6, yes, I'm finally giving respect to this team. After doubting them for half the season, I'm finally giving them credit. The New England Patriots will be at number 6. A lot of people will probably have them in the top 3, okay? So I'm still kind of disrespecting the Patriots, but this team is for real. They beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are one of the best teams in the NFL. The Patriots, they might be for real. And I might have to give them credit too. They might win the AFC East. Unless the Dolphins catch up. Hopefully we will. But yeah, Patriots at 6. I hate to admit it. I didn't want to do this. Trust me, but I had to. So Patriots, they're going to go at number 6. At number 5, got the Broncos. I know the Broncos were at number 1, but I mean, that win versus the Raiders was one of the most pathetic wins I have ever seen in my life. 10 points. Don't worry, there's another pathetic team that had a pathetic win. But at the same time, the Broncos, they barely beat a team that's in 29th. They should have blown out. They're blowing them out. Yeah, I know. So yeah, the Broncos are at 5. This team might be very fraudulent, but let's see. They do have their schedule's starting to get a little difficult. So let's see if they're actually for real or not. And number 4, we got the Eagles. Yeah, that was also another pathetic win from the Eagles. But at the same time, it was against a decent decent team with a good defense in the Green Bay Packers, but still not good enough for the Eagles. But I do have to give them credit. So yeah, they're going to be at number 3. Number 4. At number 3, we got the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts, they beat the Falcons. It was close. Daniel Jones is kind of going back to himself. Got an interception, but had 2 touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor is the main reason why this team is good. Holy shit, Jonathan Taylor should win MVP. And I said Mahomes, but I think it should go to Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor's been insane, but they're not going to give it to him because he's a running back and not a quarterback. And they might give a certain somebody who's at number 2, the Los Angeles Rams, the quarterback Matthew Stafford, that could win MVP because he has 25 touchdowns and he's leading, he's second or third in passing yards. Holy shit, Matthew Stafford's going off. The Los Angeles Rams also dominated the 49ers. This team is very elite. So yeah, they're gonna be at number 2, and then at number 1 we got the Seattle Seahawks. What the hell? I did not know I'd be. I had this team going 7-10, saying that Sam Darnold was gonna see ghosts out there, and it's gonna be a complete shit show. No, this team's elite. Jackson Smith-Njigba is probably one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. Sam Darnold's elite. The defense is amazing. They had 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns. Like, this Seahawks team is elite. Best Seahawks team that we have seen since maybe the Legion of Boom, when they were like very good, like in 2013, 2014 with Russell Wilson. Or maybe in 2020 with Russell Wilson. Maybe that could be it too. Either way though, this Seahawks team is very elite. So yeah, that is my NFL power rankings. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Alright, goodbye.